for the next few minutes. DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channels 276. You can also watch on YouTube using our Global TV NG. Alright, on this segment of the program, we'll be talking about inclusive governance, opening up access for youth participation in leadership. So let's quickly introduce the program. Inclusive governance refers to a system of leadership and decision-making that ensures all groups in the society, regardless of age, gender, ethnicity, disability, or socioeconomic status, have meaningful opportunities to participate in shaping policies and decisions. In today's rapid changing world, one group that remains underrepresented in governance structure is young people. Yet youth constitute a significant proportion of the global population and possess the creativity, innovation, and energy necessary to drive sustainable development. So opening up access for youth participation in leadership is not just a matter of fairness, it is a strategic investment in the future. Firstly, let's go straight to meet my guest. And my guest, Bashir Usman Waziri, he has a diploma in public administration from ABU Zaria, a BEd guidance and counseling ABU Zaria, but now he's a politician on the platform of African Democratic Congress, ADC. ADC, the political party in Nigeria, it was founded in 2005 and is registered with Nigerian's Independent National Electoral Commission, that is the INEC. So, Bashir, if you're hearing me now, good morning. Can you hear me, Bashir? Can you hear me? I can see you, but I can't hear you, Bashir.
I can hear you. Good morning.
All right. Bashir, can you hear me now? Let's get the general understanding. Can you hear me? All right, let's go short break, and when we come back, I believe Bashir will hear me and I'll hear him as well. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Up with Global Morning, your daily guide to what's happening and making the rounds.
We delve into headlines, newspaper reviews, spot-on analysis, policies, current events, real talk, real issues that affect us all.
From the latest trends to the debate, every topic, every angle, Global Morning is where it all starts.
Global Morning,
For the latest issues,
always on point.
Watch Global Morning Monday to Friday at 7 a.m. Saturday and Sunday at 8 a.m. on Global Television.
All right, welcome back from that short break, and I hope Bashir Waziri can hear me now, and I can hear him. If you're live, Bashir, can you hear me? Good morning.
Good morning. Good
All
morning.
right, nice having you on the show.
Good morning.
Let's
Nice
get the
having.
general understanding of the topic. What is inclusive governance, and why is youth participation essential to it?
Involving in decision-making process. Youth participating is essential. It's because it is bringing perspective and idea, developing future leaders, and ensuring policy address young people need. Can you hear me?
How does youth inclusion improve decision-making processes in government and organizations?
By developing future leaders, ensuring policy address young people need.
Principles of inclusive governance.
Yes.
What are the key principles of inclusive governance?
Ensuring policy address young people needs and developing future leaders.
About barriers to youth participation. What structural barriers prevent young people from accessing leadership positions?
Yes, I can say structural barrier include age restriction and limited access to network, and bias and resources. Limited fund and resources, contribute a lot in, by, structure preventing young people to participate in the leadership. Sometimes young people want to participate, but due to financial, make them not to, be able to, buy form and secure and to contest. So lack of funds, make the youth not to participate in the primary election, and even in after the primaries, they could not be able to get the money to contest for the election.
Prevent young people from accessing leadership positions.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. How do socio-economic status, gender, disability, or ethnicity affect youth participation in Nigeria?
Well, I can say this factor limits youth participation is socio-economic status, limit access to education and resources, and gender equality opportunities. Disability and ethnicity, makes, it shows it affects the participating of the youth. So many things used to happen, and ethnicity, discrimination, lack of representation.
Limit youth leadership opportunities.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I said, in what ways does age discrimination limit youth leadership opportunities?
Well, I can say, on age limit participate opportunity by following underestimating capabilities, lack of opportunities, and restrictive rule assigned the junior or token rules. So age limits, make the youth not to participate.
School system unintentionally exclude young voices.
Well, I can say lack of representation, ignoring issue. This political system can exclude young voice through age restriction, complex process, lack of representation, ignoring issue, few youth in decision making. It contributes, it excludes the youth not to, the political system is exclude young voice through so many things. I can say age restriction, lack of representation, ignoring issue. These are some of the on excluding young voice.
So let's talk about the policy and legal framework. How do intentional frameworks like the United Nations Youth Strategy promote youth inclusion?
Well, I can say the United Youth strategize promoting youth inclusion through advocacy and participating partnership. Participation encourage young engagement in decision making, collaborating with the youth, leading organization. So many, these are what I can say for the United Youth Strategy to promote youth inclusion.
African Union play in advancing youth leadership across Africa?
Yes. The answer, African Union plays a significant role in advancing youth leadership across Africa, various initiatives, capacity building, and youth engagement, leadership opportunities.
Supports youth participation in governance?
Come again?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
How does the European Union support youth participation in governance?
The European Union supports youth participation through youth dialogue, youth strategy, and European Youth Parliament.
European issue, how does the European Union support, all right, you've answered that, particular strategies, what mechanism can governments use to ensure meaningful youth engagement, e.g. youth council, advisory boards?
Well, representation, the youth council can be in representing bodies of the youth. Advisory body, youth lead input in the policy decision making and public consultation, inclusive feedback mechanism. And parliament committees, youth focusing legislation.
All right, how can schools and universities prepare young people for leadership roles?
Offering leadership course, providing experiment leadership and mentorship programs, and student government and soft skill development. For example, the mentorship program can be guide students with experienced leaders, like the past leaders, the former president. You can be showing students how leaders perform when they were in the leadership in school. Mentorship leadership across the, for example, the late president Umar Musa Yar'Adua, the 7-point agenda which he was trying to be able to, bring. These are the kind of mentorship that you can show people, so that most especially the young ones, so that they can see and learn from the past leaders, the Ahmadu Bello of Sardauna. These are the leaders that were supposed to show students, let them, be like them, so that we can, move forward.
Still on digital issue, what role can digital platforms and social media play in increasing youth political participation? Can you hear me? Are you with me?
Sharing.
All right, and that's my guest, Bashir Waziri, who is the ADC youth leader, talking about youth inclusiveness in governance, youth participation in governance. So welcome back, Bashir. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, how can schools and university prepare young people for leadership role? What role can digital platforms and social media play in increasing political participation?
Digital platform and social media can play a key role by sharing information, mobilizing action, facilitate dialogue, engaging with the leaders and the peer groups, and providing access overcoming geographic barriers.
So, should there be youth quotas in political office? Why or why not?
Well, increasing representative, ensuring youth voice ahead, bringing perspective, new ideas and energy, address and contact against young leaders. It will really, help a lot.
How can mentorship programs bridge the gap between senior leaders and young people?
The answer I can say, mentorship programs can bring gap by sharing experience, senior guide youth, building network, expanding youth connection, and skill transfer, particularly knowledge exchange and mutual learning. It can help. This program can bridge the gap between the senior leaders and young people.
The youth, you as a young person in Nigeria, what have you done so far to promote or
Well,
to help your country? Have you given
yes,
back
I've
to your
done,
society as a person, as a youth?
as a youth, someone who want to really help this country. I motivate youth by telling them be a good citizen in the country and make sure I go word by word. I was nominated as the president of Amalgamation Nigerian Youth Forum, which we mobilized almost the 36 states. And I opened an NGO, Bashir Usman Waziri Foundation, by working with the youth hand in hand. When Ahmadu Bello University, I was with so many students. We are trying to, make sure we become the good leaders of the country so that we can make this country move forward, which I'm really, really happy we have already achieved that. That is why I'm part of the ADC and I'm aspiring for ADC National Youth Leader, which if I'm elected, I would try my possible best to bring the good of this to make sure that we achieve the youth, and by 2027 we hope to secure this country and win the election, which we are praying for that, and by God willing, God will give us the victory, and we are trying to make this country to move forward, and this country, inshallah, we are going to achieve that in the next coming years.
All right, Bashir, you just spoke about you having an NGO. So what's the duty of your NGO? What have you achieved through your NGO? How have you impacted Nigerian youth through your NGO?
Well, I'm just coming up. I've started doing the so many by going some school to distribute textbook, and when we find out students that they are not going to school, we used to talk to them to go to school, because that is the only way they can become something and to bring something to this country. And some we used to engage the footballers people that know how to play football, to let them, try and work with the right agent and to become something, and let them, there are so many ways to, we have been going around, like I come from Sabongari's area. I've been talking to my fellow youths, each time I used to go to Ahmadu Bello University to talk to so many of the unions, to talk to them and we're working with them with my NGO.
Just made mention of you going to visiting some schools and distributing textbooks to people, and then when you find out that pupil or students are not in class, you go around talking to them to go to school. Am I right?
Yes.
But don't you think the current situation now is above or beyond textbook, giving textbooks to people in school?
Yes, we are aware, we're not into power. That is why I want to be in the government so that I can do more than that. And to do more than that, that is my people call on me, most especially in the Sabangari and in my ward level, by talking to me. They were very, very happy to see a young man from their local government and from their states by, aspiring to be a national leader. There are so many government and government because government have not been saying that. So you and I am going to try and see with so many issues and see to move forward. Everything is gradually. You cannot. When America was things was not right in the country, they came out and tell themselves that the only way that they can, make this country great, they let them work together. So I think right now we have to, we are trying to do that and to work with other NGOs and the ADC youth, the ADC youth trying to the wing, they are trying their best to see we work together. And I'm calling to my ADC youth, let us come together and work together so that we can move forward. Let ADC become the party to rescue this country. And one good thing that I like with the ADC leaders, they are trying to, give us the opportunity to work with them. And that is why we come and tell ourselves with the leaders of the coalition to come and to join a coalition ADC so that we can rescue this country, because we see this country is not moving well. And I think by doing that, that is why I'm into politics, so that I can see to give my own contribution and help my fellow youth, to achieve, to become great in this nation.
Wish you all the best. What examples of
so
successful youth-led initiative that influence public policy? What are examples of successful youth-led initiatives that influence public policy? What are examples of successful youth-led initiatives that influence public policy?
Yes, I can say, Yaga Africa, they implement innovation ideas, address national, regional challenge. And this America, when the Black Lives Matters USA lead through the protests, and the Kenya the Girls Initiative Youth advocate how to shape the sexual and gender violence. So all these are the things that I can be able to answer and give you the answer.
How does youth participation contribute to sustainable development goals?
I can say youth participating is crucial for achieving the SDG goal. As the young people bring innovation, ideas, and energy persuade that they can drive and progress. It's key to address global challenges like climate change, the economic growth.
So let's talk about a critical reflection. Is youth participation always meaningful, or can it sometimes be tokenistic?
Youth participating is not always meaningful. It can sometimes be toxic. Participating in involvement, including youth merely for symbolic representation without giving them real power or influence over decision. This can happen when youth are invited to events or communities without having genuine say in the decision making.
All right. How can governments ensure youth voices influence real decision making rather than symbolic representation?
I can say the mandate youth engagement, make the youth participation and requirement in policy making, provide resources and support, and foster collaboration, ensuring representation.
What responsibilities do young people have given leadership opportunities?
Yeah. Representation, their peers, and being accountability and driving positive change. You leaders
Sir,
can leverage their energy.
sorry, please come again.
You said representation their peers. They should ensure the voice and concern of their fellow youth are heard and considered in decision making.
Have you given your own voice to your community?
Well, my voice, by telling my community because the APC have not been doing well, so that's why
I'm
we're
not,
telling them to come out.
wait, Bashir, we're not talking about
Mm,
any political party doing well or not. All right?
mm,
I'm just asking you
mm,
this question as a human.
mm,
You gave me the
mm,
answer, and I'm asking you
mm,
question from that answer you gave. So don't call
mm.
political party, not the ADC and not the APC.
It's okay. I'm representing my community in so many ways. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
You know, we come out and be telling people to, come out and be a good citizen and not to, most especially the young one, we are telling them, let them, they should not be into drugs. These are the part of, make our young ones not to be doing well because they are into drugs. So I'm doing campaign for drug abuse by telling my fellow youth they should stop taking all these drugs. It will not help them and they will not become usable in the society. So my voice, I've been going around by talking to them. And so far, so good. We have achieved so many things because we have achieved some of them. They are not into, toggery, by telling them, let them not be, not any political party, call them to, go and snatch the ballot box and go and start stealing votes and to stop the election not to hold. These are the kind of things that we have been able to achieve. Like in my local government, I've achieved so many of that.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Talking about drugs, you said, if I can get you clearly, that you talk to them, you used to talk to them to stop taking drugs.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes, you are correct.
But after talking to them, do you always go back to check on them how they are doing now? Like, are they still doing the drugs even after you talking to them? Because drugs has one thing. You don't only talk to people to stop taking drugs. There are other measures you put in place to see that yes, these drug addicts or these drugs addicts stop this thing. Have you done any? Which of the measures have you tried?
After talking to them, I used to go and do some follow up to find out if that person or he or she is in.
Today we are having network issue. Oh my God, I lost Bashir there. I don't know if Bashir can still hear me or I don't know, but I'll try and get him back. Let's try and see if we can get him back to talk to us. Let's go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll continue.
Wake up with Global Morning, your daily guide to what's happening and making the rounds.
We delve into headlines, newspaper reviews, spot-on analysis, policies, current events, real talk, real issues that affect us all.
From the latest trends to the debate, every topic, every angle, Global Morning is where it all starts.
Global Morning,
For the latest issues,
always on point.
Watch Global Morning Monday to Friday at 7 a.m. Saturday and Sunday at 8 a.m. on Global Television.
All right, welcome back from that short break. I couldn't get Bashir back to continue talking to us. As we wrap today's episode of the program, I want to sincerely appreciate Bashir Wazir for being part of the program Global Morning on Global Television Weekend Edition. But before I go, youth participation in governance is very, very vital. It's very, very important because we have a lot of youth out there who are willing to do and give everything to make sure this country moves forward. On the other side, we have some youth who are into hard drugs. And once you're into hard drugs as a youth, you're going nowhere because things will be very, very difficult. You can't think straight, you can't be active, you can't give back to your society because as soon as you're on these high drugs, you don't do things correctly. So I want to use this medium or this means to please appeal to our youth out there to be impactful, to stay out of drugs. Once you're out of drugs, you can do everything to help your community, to help yourself as well. I want to thank everyone for spending time with us and hope you enjoyed everything. We hope the conversation and stories we shared inspired you and gave you something to think about. If you missed any part of the show, you can watch the full episode on YouTube using Global TV NG. Join us next week for more insights, more voices, and more stories that matters to you. I am Sadia Yakubu, and I'm going to leave you with sporting activities, aerobic. Of course, it's a weekend. Try and watch this aerobic episode. You have something to. On behalf of the entire production team, thank you for watching. Till next time, stay safe, stay focused, and bye for now.